Cheers! It smells like spring! She is able to hold herself with strength.
Sand dollar.
Sand monies.
You see that? One money.
Or I just saved the ocean from microplastic. Thanks for tuning in. As we left Arizona behind, we entered uncharted territory and found ourselves driving through the green rolling mountainsides of California. We realized we were surrounded by desert for a good length of time, since we became slightly excited when we saw green grass and fields of flowers. It's a field of flowers! We're not in the desert anymore!
Oh, look at all
wow! There's like purple and yellow flowers everywhere in that field. You could literally smell spring in the air from the fresh floral scent that surrounded you. After stopping to smell the poppies, we continued on our journey to the ocean. We finally made it, and when we arrived, we got hit with the sea salt mist and sounds of rhythmic water crashing against rocks and sand. I even got to submerge my toes into the Pacific Ocean for the first time. The water was way colder than anticipated, but the amount of excitement to see such a massive body of water numbed our senses and allowed us to enjoy it fully. Kain also got to touch the ocean for the first time, and I think he realized it was way different from the fresh lakes he's used to. We have entered into an unfamiliar world, and it let our minds be curious about what this majestic beauty is capable of.
Okay, what are your first impressions of the beach life?
I love the ocean. Except for I don't really know anything about it and I feel like it could kill me. I'm like that person where it's like, advisory, do not go in the water, and then here I am in the water.
There's a riptide and Jen is out there standing in it.
Oh my god, but look at it! It's so beautiful!
It's nothing like North Dakota.
It's just crazy that we came from desert to this. Complete, like, opposite.
It's magical.
In the next days, we found ourselves exploring the beaches.
Jen and I are doing a little foraging like in Animal Crossing here on the beach.
We're channeling our inner kid. And I found all these cool finds. And look at it. It's a whole intact shell.
Oh wow, I'm sure that's really rare.
It is to me. That's so fun.
I wonder what Nook is gonna pay you for all those.
He's gonna pay me $1 million.
I don't think so. Bells?
Bells, yeah.
I don't think so.
We felt like kids finding sand treasures and feeling like our eyes were on constant search for the coolest rocks and shells. We found an ancient artifact in the ocean, and it washed up.
Yeah, let's see it. Wow, ancient aliens.
It has G with lightning. Maybe it means God.
Who knows what they were thinking back then?
Or I just saved the ocean from microplastic. We had fun attempting beach runs, and Kain enjoyed catching the waves in his mug as he ran across the sand. One thing we learned about were high tides and low tides, and being in awe seeing a spot that once was covered by salt water and now exposed. It left us with a whole new playground to explore. At the end of the day, the sunsets displayed a tantalizing view of colors that spread calm throughout the air, which helped some of us sleep very well. The most exciting part about coming to California was getting to see our friends Colin and Caroline, and getting to spend 5 adventurous days with them. Our first adventure was hiking to see Pirates Cove, which made us dive right into heavy inclines and labored breathing. The sights were beautiful from the top, and you could see just how expansive the ocean was. To get to Pirates Cove, we then got ready to do a steep descent.
Looking gorgeous!
Which everyone made it down alive. We made it to our destination, and it was neat to get to walk through a natural cut window in the rock. After, we had lunch on the beach, and then got to watch more waves crash. The next day, we found ourselves hiking Bishop's Peak, which was another great hike with views of the rolling landscape. We didn't feel like we got quite to the top without scrambling up some boulders. It was fun to play and explore on Earth's natural playground.
She is able to hold herself. The strength,
Caroline.
the beauty. My hips are just wide enough. My hips don't lie. This is why it's important to wear pants when you are scrambling up rocks.
You know that dry skin.
We climbed back down the mountain and ended our day with soaking our legs in the ice-cold ocean. After a couple of tiring hiking days, we took the next day to do more casual exploring. We have become very curious about the presence the ocean leaves on the shore. We made our way to Rancho Guadalupe Dunes Preserve. We took a stroll on the boardwalk through dune alleys, and then we finally reached the open sea. There we found an interesting currency.
Sand dollar.
Sand bunnies.
You see that? One money.
Looks like the fish are losing lots of monies. We walked along the soft sea coast, watching the sandpipers running in and out with the tide. And we let our eyes follow the sun-highlighted damp sand reside back into the ocean.
Jen found this X on the ground.
We left with handfuls of ocean treasures.
What'd you find?
I found lots of treasure.
Oh my gosh, look at those. This beach delivers.
After a healing day, we set out on another hiking adventure at Reservoir Canyon Natural Reserve. We were surrounded by green once again. This hike displayed new art,
We found a bench.
Man-made bench.
as well as rustic features that have been nestled among the landscape. On our last full day together, we took our chances at a 10-mile hike at Montana de Oro State Park. We set out on Valencia Peak Trail. Once at the top, we were rewarded with spectacular 360 views, spring flowers, and incredibly sweaty backs.
Nice.
That was my back.
Way worse. It disgusts me.
After a small rest break, we tackled Oates Peak. We were not sure which peak we would land our feet on at first.
We were on on top of there. And now maybe going on top of that one? Maybe that one? Maybe that one? Maybe that one? Speed walker champion coming up the hill. Magnificent. Look at that stride. It's like a stride of grace.
However, when we found it, the summit was breathtaking.
We were there, and we hiked down that all the way to here.
After much elevation gain, we headed back down closer to sea level. Through the ever-changing environment the captured saltwater air provided. We went from the top of luscious Irish hills to Spanish moss-covered trees. Then we hiked through shrub-dense forests, all the way back to bluffs that frame the Pacific Ocean. We were rewarded with impressive waves cutting the landscape, causing commotion and calmness, all within the same movement. Unfortunately, the time with our friends had to come to an end, but being able to spend time with familiar faces from home always brings a piece of comfort and joy. We were so glad that we were able to make long-lasting memories with them. We had one last week to explore Pismo Beach and soak in the ocean waves, so we decided to attempt some California biking.
It smells like spring! We made it to the top of a mountain, kind of. I think this is a mountain.
Yeah, I think so.
And I'm breathing.
Mountain spaghetti.
Meatballs are ready. Vomit on a sweater already. She keeps on forgetting the meatloaf in the oven. Anyways, here's our view. I don't know how to flip this. Please flip it. Am I just old?
Maybe you can't do it.
I thought you double
recording.
tap.
Stop recording.
Okay. Anyways, alright, that's the view. We biked on that today.
After much needed biking time, we replenished ourselves with tasty drinks and delicious food from Cape Cod Eatery and Tap House.
Cheers.
Melon burger.
Yummy, yummy.
On our last couple days, we wanted to relive some of our previous hikes. However, they were not the same without our friends, and I think the weather was trying to give us that hint.
We come back to the sand dunes without Caroline and Colin. And maybe we should have done research about the weather. You probably can't hear anything I'm saying.
Nope.
But it's worth it. No, it wasn't. Should have worn pants. It's like a microabrasion.
The sandblasting wind did not stop us from finding more hidden treasures. We also attempted the grueling decline hike again, since we could not get over how steep the terrain was. It proved itself to be quite challenging the second time around.
It's hard to tell the angle here. I'd estimate it's maybe 1,000% grade. Oh, careful, careful. Almost got it on camera. Oh. She's not even trying. It is just really freaking vertical.
Oh. Now this is the really steep section.
You just kind of gotta look like you need to go to the bathroom the whole time you're walking down.
The potty dance. Oh wow, he's really gotta go. Gotta lean with it, rock with it, slip with it, roll with it, fall down the hill.
Just to give you an idea, there's the horizon. And there's stumbles stumbles, trying not to fall.
It's the...
Oh, I got it. I got it. I'm gonna make sure the editor doesn't edit that out.
Ow, that was
Are you okay?
fall.
Yeah, that was.
My feet just came right under.
Oh my god, that's what happens. You had like a thing going where you looked like one of those Olympic power walkers.
I was just about to say I've invented the new decline power walking where you like...
Oh. You know, we don't have that great of medical insurance.
I can't walk.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna focus on moving her feet down the hill, not falling.
There you go, get your hands up. So we started up on the top of that and then walked down it, slipped, and then now we're here.
Only with some minor scrapes and bruises, we made our way back to Pirates Cove. We learned that some Californians like to make sure they have an even tan all over and make public beaches into, well, other kind of beaches.
So I wanted to catch Jen while she's out of breath. So I'm surprising her here. Hey Jen! Hi!
Hi.
How's it feel to keep filming on nude beaches accidentally?
Nothing in it.
How's that feel?
Feels great.
We made sure Kain got as much beach time as he could, since we will be leaving water and heading back to drier climate. And he made the most out of his time in the sand.
These paws were made for digging, and that's just what they'll do. These paws will dig all over this beach and get sand all over you.
Our time in California came to an end, and we were so happy we got to spend 3 weeks in such a beautiful part of the country. Join us as we make our way back to the desert and get to experience the best weekend we have had in our van with other people that live in a van. Thanks for watching, and we can't wait to see you then.